what's up, boxing fans? This is the Rope and Dope Report. I'm your host, Chris Carlson. I got a prediction show here for the Paul Williams versus Sergio Martinez fight. We all know Paul Williams has been searching for an opponent. It sounded like Clottey, maybe even Mosley. A couple other names came up, but Martinez stepped up, and this fight is going to be a middleweight fight. But before I get into that, make sure you check out the 12th and final round after the fight this weekend and next weekend on Rope and Dope Radio, blogtalkradio.com/Rope and Dope Radio. Basically, you know, we have the fights, the after the fight show scheduled like this weekend at 11 Central, 12 Eastern, 12 Eastern, Eastern time, and so that would be what, 9 West Coast Pacific time. So it kind of goes off that. We can maneuver it a little bit. It basically goes after the fight. So right now it's 11 Central time, 12 on the East, 9 actually on the West. So check that out, the 12th and final round. Ashy Knuckles, me, we'll all be doing it. Call in, voice your opinion on the fight. That's for the Glenn Johnson and Chad Dawson, and we're going to go over the undercard as well with Angulo and Yorgi. And then obviously we have the Pacquiao-Cotto one, the 12th and final round the next weekend too. This one though, let's get into this fight. I got to admit, in Paul Williams' last fight, I actually had Winky Wright, the old man coming off a layoff, just outboxing him and catching him in those wide punches and using his timing. Winky had some problems with timing, although even if Winky hadn't been laid off, I think that now that I see the fight and I see them matched up, I do think that that was just going to be a problem no matter what for Winky. So Martinez is a good fighter with good hand speed. He can box. He's got a good jab. He can move around the ring a little bit. His only loss is to Margarito, but and obviously the Cintrone fight earlier this year, he should have won that fight. That was not a good draw, definitely. I think he got screwed in that. But I would say he hasn't fought that much talent besides those two guys. So he's skillful. I think he has a chance to outbox him, and that's what he'd have to do. He'd have to use timing shots, move a lot, kind of catch Paul Williams in front of him, and kind of time him. Paul Williams in this last fight, I know the Quintana fight that he knocked him right out. That was probably his best win right after a loss. But I feel like as far as an overall fight and an overall performance, I think Paul Williams against Winky Wright, that was his best. We obviously know Paul Williams has got a reach, but his height, he kind of hunches over. I should say it's a southpaw. Oh man, I had it right. He hunches over to take away his height. He can get kind of wide with those punches when he stands in front, and you saw Winky here and there, and you've seen other people take advantage of that. Even Phillips, his fight before that, he the first handful of rounds, Phillips had some success hitting him back, but he just got beat down in the corner. So what I saw from Paul though is coming in the corner and throwing that volume of punches, but also resetting and then going back. And I saw a lot of full body movement, not just head, but I saw a lot of movement, and it gave Winky a lot of problems. And so the punch volume was there, but he wasn't necessarily just standing in front throwing bombs, because like I said, he can get wide with those punches. So I believe as long as he fights like the same way, I don't think he's going to have to worry about power when it comes to Martinez. I think overall experience, I think volume punching, and I think just smart pressure is going to win the fight in a decision. Or I could see something like a late TKO from maybe a knockout late. Paul has been stepping in, really stepping into his punches and definitely showing more power anyway. But I do think Paul Williams will win this fight. Leave your comments who you think. And like I said, check out the next 2 weekends on Saturday night, blogtalkradio.com/Rope and Dope Radio. The 12th and final round. We'll be doing the after the fights on the radio. So check that out. Call in. If there's a weird decision, call in and voice your opinion, or just listen, whatever you want to do. Anyway, this has been the Rope and Dope Report. I got Paul Williams in a decision. Peace.